Hi, this is Roni and welcome to my channel. And today I'm with the YouTube layout hop. And the theme of the hop is to scrap someone that you are thankful for and that has changed your life. And this is a picture of my grandma Zelda. My mother's birth mother passed away when she was 7, and her grandmother raised her. But my grandfather had remarried and he married Grandma Zelda. And I was a little bit older, I wasn't a small child when I found out that she was not my blood grandma, because that's the way she always treated me. Like I was really her granddaughter, and I didn't feel like she was anything but my grandma. And, you hear about stepmothers is mean and all that, and the wicked stepmother and everything. But she was always just as sweet as she could be, and she really blessed my life having a grandma in my life, because it's not something she had to do, because even after Grandpa passed away, she was still there and she was still my grandma. And so this picture was taken at my cousin's wedding, and I've been planning on scrapbooking it for a while, but I started crying every time I started to scrap it, and I decided I am going to do it this time. But let's get on with the layout. The collection I'm using is Echo Park's Fall is in the Air, and I like the colors. The picture has candelabra with burgundy colored roses, so I used the burgundy strip at the bottom, and I've got that strip at the top. And I am going to use it, but I'm going to cut it down. And here one of the sheets had a bunch of flowers on it, and I cut out the flowers. I did not cut all the leaves out because they were like little, and I should have just cut a few of them separately though, but I didn't. Oh, here's where I cut down that top border. Yeah, I thought it was just a little bit too wide. And I'm looking there to see if I want to put a little bit of a strip of green along the bottom edge of it, maybe 1/8 of an inch thick, but I decided not to. And I moved my picture. I decided to move it down farther instead of having it more in the center of the page. And I'm going to put all these flowers on here, and yeah, I'm going to put some with foam tape underneath them and some with glue. And once I get them in place, I'm just going to shut the camera off while I glue them all down and then turn it back on, so you won't have to watch that. And they will all be right where they belong. They might be a little off, but mostly they're pretty much in the same place. And some of them I'm going to tuck underneath the picture and some underneath the mat of the picture. But I am going to, and I'm not going to make a complete wreath or anything around the picture, but I'm going to make a partial, well, maybe 3/4 of it's going to have the flowers, and then a couple that's going to be off away from the clustering just a little bit. And I'm trying to use every color that's over there so that it'll be a variety. My grandma always gardened, and she always canned, and she even canned fish. They'd do a lot of fishing in the summertime, and she would can fish so that they would have it for meals, and she'd make like fish patties. But no matter what she made, it was always good. I remember her even making potato sandwiches, and she'd slice a potato kind of like a hamburger patty, and then she'd fry it and serve it to you on bread. And I'm sure it was a money-saving thing, but they tasted really good to me. But yeah, she was always doing something that was homemade and farm-like and all that. My other grandma, my dad's mother, she was a different story. I loved her, but she could get me in some trouble. There was a few times I'd get grounded over things I'd do with her. She was like a big kid herself. Well, not big. She's only 4'8", But she would come up with the wildest things for us to do. And, finally I got old enough to say no. I'd get in trouble and I wouldn't want to do it. But she never babysat us or anything. She really didn't hang with us till we were old enough to basically take care of ourselves. But yeah, that page had quite a few on there, but it would have had a lot more if it hadn't had those leaves that I really did not want to cut out. Uh, but yeah, here I am adding foam tape to this one. I think I'm about done adding flowers. I think about added all that I'm going to add. Uh, just a few little ones here and there that's kind of more scattered than anything else. Oh, here I decided to cut off that border that was left over from above while I'm cutting part of it. Enough to cover my gap there above the bottom border. Yeah, it's just going to go right along there on both sides of the picture and add some of the flowers that were up above down to the bottom. And it did not take long to do that. Oh, when I was looking for something else, I found that flower and it was over to the side. Well, it's two flowers with a stem and I had missed it. So I decided I wanted to put it on there too. Here I put another flower down by the house. I wanted it more three-dimensional, and because it was just flat, it's printed on there. And so I seen a heart in there, and I guess it's from an ephemera pack. So I decided to put it on foam tape and put it there too. I did think about putting a 3D house on there, and I actually fussy cut one out of a 2x2 card, but it wasn't quite tall enough to cover the one that was already there. So I had to change my mind on that pretty quick. I had one that I think was tall enough, but somehow it went flying and I don't know where it went. But I really like this collection. I think it was a mini collection, the Echo Park mini, because I only had like 4 sheets or something like that, 5 maybe. It wasn't one of those with 12 sheets, I know that. And I did get this sticker sheet and the chipboard. So I don't know if I bought the chipboard separate or what, but I cannot remember. It's been a little while since I got it. Oh, and here I'm cutting. Oh, I did my title, and it's Thankful and Blessed to Call You Grandma. And I wanted the thankful to fit in between the L and the D. Well, it wasn't cooperating, so it didn't. So I put the and in there, but it had the gap on the left. So I fussy cut a little bird out. And I cut his beak really good. And you just now see me with a marker. I cut his beak really good, but I had glue on my finger. And when I went to let go of it, the little top part of the beak came off on my finger. So I used a marker and just put a little beak for the top part. And to look at it, you can't tell any difference. But yeah, it was to fill in that little spot right there. I was going to do a flower, and I was looking in there and couldn't find one at first. And when I seen this bird, I decided to use it. I thought, oh, that'd be so cute to have a bird on here. And I know it's facing away from the picture and off the page, but he fits. That's what I was going for. And this part right here where the family memories are, once I get done with the layout and then I go back to take the pictures, I thought, man, I should have put some more color up there. All I've got is the brown and those flowers. And so I will add 2 or 3 flowers, little flowers there. And since I've dug around and found some more, I added another one down by the title. So you can see those flowers that I added. And I think it improves it. I already had the sequins glued down, or I'd probably put them somewhere else. But they were glued down just too good to pull back up. And there was my bird with the beak, yeah. And here is the close-ups of the flowers. And there's my grandma. And yeah, it was a pretty quick layout to do, considering I had all the fussy cutting done from the other night. If I'd done it today, it would not have been quite as quick. But Be sure to check out all the links below for everybody on the hop and get lots of inspiration of pages to do. And if you leave a comment, I'll be sure to respond. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And if you liked the video, please hit a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Have a happy scrappy week. Bye.